Hey everybody, welcome to Let's Do a Thing, and today we are going to be doing a thing with pasta and cheese. We're making mac and cheese today, but not your average everyday mac and cheese. We're going to make it with science. Okay, so today we're not going to use a roux, we're not going to use flour, butter, anything like that. What we are going to use is something called sodium citrate. I will link it down below. It is very cheap on Amazon. It's a wonderful product. It is actually a naturally occurring salt that comes from the citrus for like lots of citrus fruit, fermented citrus fruit to be specific. But it looks just like this. It's a little salty, that's about it. However, its properties are what make it impressive, and I will show you. So, I've got here our little cooker. I've got here about a cup of milk. I've got, let's see, this is, I think, 8 ounces of, this is smoked Gouda cheese. This is gonna be Gouda mac and cheese. And a teaspoon of sodium citrate. That's all you need. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna kick this on. I'm gonna add a cup of whole milk, and I'm gonna go ahead and start dissolving our sodium citrate in. I've already cooked about 3 to 4 portions of pasta as well, elbow macaroni. I'm sure you all know how to boil pasta now. We want to cook it to al dente, toothsome, as the Italians say. I think they just say al dente, but it means toothsome. And as soon as this starts getting hot, all we're going to do is add in our cheese. And that's, I've for a long time looked for great recipes on mac and cheese. I've tried a roux. It's okay. I've tried a bouillie, which is another French type where you just add flour and milk together and then cook it with the cheese. And that actually was a much better texture. This is probably one of the best textures that I've had. It emulsifies perfectly. It comes out creamy, stays creamy. It's just wonderful. And for such a small ingredient to have, you can use it for quesos, which I think is a phenomenal use of this product. You don't have to use Velveeta anymore. You can just use not American cheddar cheeses, any type of cheese you want. I mean, even if it's pretty dry, it usually, as long as you balance it out with some fat, it will emulsify. See, it's starting to get hot now. I'm gonna slowly start adding in our cheese, little by little. And I'm gonna kill the heat actually, because that's plenty hot. And come in here real tight. You can see the strings of the cheese. See, it's not quite emulsified yet, but it's melting and it's not breaking. That's the biggest thing. You could put this in with water and it would make a cheese sauce, which is insane. Science in cooking is the way to go. So we'll just continue working this in until all of our cheese is gone. It'll be a nice, thick, cheesy, not quite like a Mornay's because there's no roux to it, but it'll be a nice cheesy sauce. And we don't have to add salt because we already did. Sodium citrate is a form of salt. It already smells like Gouda. Okay, now that it's started to, you can see it's starting to turn more of like the Gouda color. We can slowly start adding in more and more. Look at this starting to thicken up. Ooh. Not breaking, no problems. Just gonna turn the heat back on to very low. That's another plus to this is you can actually cook this and it won't get grainy or break or anything like that. I think if you cook it like real hard for a while, it'll probably separate eventually. But no, you can keep this on a heat. And we're just gonna work this until it all dissolves. Keep watching me. Like and subscribe. Do stuff. Check out our Patreon. Okay, we're gonna add the last of our cheese here. And this is about 8 ounces of Gouda, so half a pound. And that usually forms a pretty thick sauce, which is perfect for mac and cheese. Like I said, about a cup of milk. You can do this by grams or, weigh it out, but this is about right. I've been wanting to try this with like brie and something else just to be crazy, because I think that would be amazing. Let that finish melting, just a few little pieces left to melt. And I mean, you can see it, just look at this. No roux, nothing special, just that sodium citrate. Milk and cheese. It is wonderful. And now for the fun part. Now that it's all melted, all we have to do is put in our pasta. I mean, it's not as easy as the stuff in a box, but this is pretty close, and you can make it any flavor you want, which is the big plus here. We've got our pasta already cooked. We're just gonna dump it in and stir. Look at that mac and cheese. Oh my gosh. Beautiful. I love it. All right, let's get this plated up so we can eat. And that's our quick and easy mac and cheese. Again, with only one small little ingredient that I will link below. I encourage you to give it a try. Super easy to use and tasty. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe, like it, share. Check out building a web page. It's gonna be linked below, hopefully by the time this video comes out. I hope. Anyways, until next time, go do a thing.